You understand to be currently the provision of the necessary kit. There are photographs in the newspapers of happens to be a female nurse. She's just wearing like a short sleeve tunic, I think, and some blue gloves and a rather flimsy white plastic apron. What do you understand to be the supply of kit?
So we at the Doctors Association UK have been campaigning for some weeks now about getting appropriate kits to the front line. And by this, I mean eye protection, so goggles, proper masks, including respirators, gowns rather than aprons, and gloves. We are starting to see some improvements. Indeed, our colleagues in the armed forces are helping deliver those supplies to the front line, but it's certainly too little, too late. We're still hearing from doctors that they are unprotected. We are still hearing from GPs that they have been delivered no protective gear whatsoever. And we're still hearing that people are having to improvise their own PPE, so making gowns out of bin bags or having to buy their own masks from Screwfix, which is completely unacceptable. We knew the peak was coming. This should have been in place, weeks and weeks and weeks ago. So really it needs to be made a priority, especially if we're looking at those stringent measures of extending lockdown.
And we're having this conversation after an ear, nose and throat senior doctor, Dr. Amgad El-Haroni, up at Glenfield Hospital in Leicestershire, became the first practising hospital doctor to die of coronavirus. Doctor, do you fear without kit more doctors will follow, or more medical staff could have the same fate?
Yes, we were really sad to hear the news yesterday. It's always incredibly difficult for the profession to hear of the tragic loss of one of our colleagues, and I'm not going to lie, it's hit us hard, all of us in the medical profession. I think the reality is when we look at other countries, we knew that some of us were going to get sick. We knew that some of us would sadly lose our lives to this virus. When we look at Italy, just yesterday we were told that 50 doctors had died in serving the front lines in the COVID pandemic. And what we worry about, I don't think any of us are going to be walking away from the front lines here. We've all got a moral duty. This is what we're trained for, and we're already willing and able to put ourselves in harm's way. But all we're asking is that we have the appropriate protective equipment to be able to do so, to reduce that risk to us and our loved ones.